Hello there. This is a short video all about how to use Postman flows to generate test data. So this is a lot of the use case for Postman flows that people are using in real life. The Postman flows team created a discussion about how you're using flows, and a lot of people are using it to generate users or generate other data, setup data that they can use for a test. And that's relatively easy in flows. It did take me a while to kind of find the process that worked for me, but this is what I've come up with. So what I wanted to do was to create a number of bookings so that I can then in other tests do things like update those bookings or delete them and just make sure there's data there to kind of manipulate later on. So I've done that in Postman flows by creating a loop using a loop n times block, and into that I've added a number block. And this can obviously be changed to be any number that you like. I've chosen 5, but if you want to create 500, that is totally fine. In previous videos, I've used a list which has had each element numbered separately. And I think this is just a much nicer way of generating that data. If you wanted to have a kind of subset of information that you want to check, you can use an if block to have a start and a finish number, if that makes sense. But all I've done here is create a list, and into that list I've passed all of the data that is incoming from here. I've then gone in to create a for each block. So this describes what I want to happen with each of these numbers. So take each of these numbers as an iteration, loop through it, and then for each of them I want you to send a request, assert that the request has passed by the status code matching what it should match, and then if it passes I want to send that to a terminal output. If it does not pass for whatever reason, I want to post a message to Slack and check in that Slack, check for my team that they're aware that something's gone wrong. I do go through how to do that in another video, so I won't be including that here. But let's take a look at this in action. So if we look in the console logs, there's nothing in there now, but you can see those noodles and doodles doing their magic and whirring through, and our bookings are coming through here. They've all got 201 status, and it's created those 5 times just like I've asked. If we want to test our test and check, for example, if this comes back with a 200 status, what happens then? So it should now send those through to Slack, and we can see here the Slack hooks are coming through, and it's indeed sending that information off, and I can see in Slack I'm getting notifications as well. So that is all good. If you see it there, it's coming through, failed to create test data. So all good. Hope this has helped you. Thanks very much. On to the next one. Bye.